right, so I'm going to tell a little bit of a story about how sometimes your expectations and what you're expecting in terms of fitness are going to be the thing that actually hurt you. Because you could have the same outcome, and this goes for life in general, you could have the same outcome in many scenarios, but due to your expectations, it messes up the whole thing. Because I had some clients that in their professional life, they're in the whole world of delayed gratification, right? They're in investments, they're in stocks, they're in law, they're in work on the case for years and years, and you get the breakthrough, right? Slow progress, investments, compounding returns. And when it came to fitness, they were expecting results right away. And this is huge with fitness because a lot of times I've noticed, especially with career guys trying to lose weight and get in great shape, that when you are gaining the weight, it's a slow process, right? So a lot of times it's like you didn't gain the weight in 90 days. It happens over time. You didn't gain the weight, all in once. So why would you lose it all at once? The same way that you gained it over time, and one day you just looked at yourself and you realized that it was getting out of hand. It's the same thing that you do with your expectations. You have to set your expectations correctly, and this is why a lot of my fitness coaching relies on setting expectations correctly. And I've noticed this is true in business. You have to set expectations correctly, because if someone gets on the first initial call with me and their expectations are not like, I want to coach, well then when I'm like, do you want to work together, the expectations must be the same the whole way through. From my marketing, it is, you're going to lose weight doing this on the call. This is the program. This is a little bit more about how it works. Do you believe that this would help you? And just like, because again, the first call is just about somebody believing that I can really help them, because if they don't believe that, then nothing else matters. And then after that, setting the expectations, and okay, now that we're in, these are the things that I set expectations that we're going to have to do. Now here's exactly, with a little bit more detail, how we're going to do them. And here's the expectations in terms of progress and weight loss that you can expect. And the only times I've had clients not be happy is when I didn't set their expectations properly. Because for you as a trainer, for you as a coach, for me as just a person, it's always my fault. And if somebody's upset, it's because I didn't communicate it, because I'm the professional, I'm the expert in this, and you have to communicate the expectations. And that's why I'm really big on it, communicate that you can expect a big drop the first week inside of our program, and then after that, you can expect a 1 to 2 pound weight loss at the upper end, and we want 1 to 2 pounds. We don't want more than that, because we want 1 to 2 pounds of body fat. That way every month, because we've lost 1 to 2 pounds of body fat per month, then at the end of that month, we will have an inch or two off our waistline, which over the course of the 6 months will be 14 inches off the waist and 24 to 48 pounds of fat loss. That's the guarantee of the program. So I have to set those expectations correctly, because your expectations in your mind will wander. Oh, wow, 7 pounds the first week. Whoa. I remember the expectation is I'm going to lose some weight initially, because it's like, okay, water weight, reset, drop. And then when the fat loss starts, because the fat loss is not quick, right? It's you don't have enough calories, and your body takes the energy away from the stored energy, which is your body fat. And that's how fat loss happens over time. And it's a slow process. And I would say, if you want the concentration of your results to be as concentrated as possible, if you want pure fat loss, if you want those results to be very concentrated, then you also want to make sure that your Bluetooth is off on your iPhone. Just making sure that, oh man, if my let's see what the sound is. All right, back to the story. But anyway, your expectations must be set correctly, because it's so discouraging when you're expecting something and it doesn't happen. So if you just set the bar low, set the bar really low. I'm expecting 1 to 2 pounds a week, which is expected, right? Like, it's expected if you're in a certain deficit right way based on the program we have, you can expect that. and don't expect anything more. It's like, don't, a lot of times I've worked with clients who want it now. Oh, my weight's not moving. Let's get that fixed. Let's get that. And it is. I understand it from the world that a lot of my clients come from, business, investments. Okay, now, like, let's get it done, let's get it fixed. But it's like having a baby. You just can't do certain things fast. You can do and that's why when it comes to expectations, you need to set your expectations on the inputs. If you're doing the inputs, it's impossible not to get the output scientifically. And that's why it's like, yeah, you might have some water weight, whatever it is, but if you're eating that many calories, focus on just tracking your food as much as you can. Focus on every day just getting your steps in. Focus on every single day just eating the protein you're supposed to hit, hitting the targets you're supposed to hit. And you do that, it's mathematically impossible that you don't get the result. So the most important thing that I've noticed with fitness is you just manage expectations correctly and shift the focus to the inputs over the outputs. That's how you can get long sustained growth, because the real thing that you need is to be input oriented in fitness. Because if you become input oriented, well, then now you've solved the fitness thing for life. Because for 20 years or whatever it is that you've been struggling with your weight, if you can then stop focusing on the weight, but focus on the inputs that create the change in weight and fat, and focus on fat loss and waistline, and focusing on losing fat and the concentration of my results. Because if you just stop eating, yeah, you'll lose weight. But if you stop eating as much, aka a small calorie deficit, and you're making sure that you're getting lots of protein and doing some resistance training, then you're going to lose fat. And we're losing fat and we're losing muscle every day, but the ratio of which one we lose, it comes down to our macros and our resistance training and our deficit and our sleep and lots of other factors. So if you focus on just the weight on the scale, yeah, I can get you some dopamine by just seeing the weight on the scale. But are you focused on, so if I just took all your muscle off your body and you kept your fat and you just like looked even worse than you do now, you'd want that? No. You want to lose body fat, you want to look better, you want to feel better. And losing your muscle mass, yeah, it might lower your weight, but it's not going to lower the way that you look. Because with fitness, you want aesthetics and you want health. And you need to lose the weight to get to a healthy weight. But once you've lost the weight, you want to make that weight look good, is where you want low body fat, you want some muscle mass, and you want to look great. So it's twofold there. And when it comes to expectations, you have to manage them correctly. I'm expecting 1 to 2 pounds of fat loss per week, and I understand that certain things take time, and this is like having a baby. I can do all the inputs, I can drink the best vitamins with my baby, but no matter what, the baby takes 9 months. And if you're trying to get in shape and lose body fat, treat it like having a baby. You can just control the inputs you can control, but the input you can't control is the fact that it takes time to get the quality of results that you want. If you want high quality results, it does take time, because the inputs that you need to get the quality cannot come through not eating and doing all this cardio. It literally, the quality of fat loss must come slow, because it is inside the principles of fat loss. I have this much energy, and to have premium fitness results with muscle growth or with fat loss, it is a luxury of your body to do. So for your body to take away fat, it must say, okay, I do not have a huge deficit. I need more calories, but I have enough protein to maintain my muscle. I've worked out, so I'm not going to take any energy from the muscle. I want to use some protein to build that muscle, maintain that muscle, and I have just enough calories that I need, where I'm going to take it from fat. I'm going to take the calories that I need to meet me at my energy that I need for the day, and then the next day, you're going to give your body what it needs for its muscles, for its systems, and it's going to leave just enough to the point where it's going to take some of those calories from your body fat. And you have to do that every day over a long enough time horizon to lose fat every single week. And you have to do it long enough and not convince yourself that it's not working, and not convince yourself that it has to happen faster. It's like, you can't, the faster you get your results, the less time you keep them. I've never seen someone get crazy results in a short amount of time and keep it for life. I've never seen it. Because at the end of the day, my goal with the people that I work with is to create a lifestyle for you, to create it as something you just do. And if you just understand and you focus on the inputs, and we can focus you on the inputs and just doing the work the right way, and just really falling in love with having a fit, healthy lifestyle and not overcomplicating it and not expecting results super fast, if I can create the habits for you to where you love the process of being fit and healthy, then I've won. And that's what I try to do with people, because once you build the habits, you've already won, because you now are fit for the rest of your life. It's fit for life. It's not program, it's not diet, it's because that's the end to that. There is no end once you focus on the input, and if you manage your expectations, just saying, I know it takes time, but I'm committed to the process, and I'm committed to just being healthy and doing the right things I know I need to do to get the results that I want to get. That's where you truly see change. That's where you truly see, amazing results in people. It is when they just truly just make it a lifestyle and a habit and believe in people and just pour into them, and that's what I do for people, right? And if you're interested and you'd like to just take a look at what we do, I have huge guarantees with what I do. Double your money back guarantee, train for free, results you don't pay, a million guarantees that I have, because I believe to the core of my soul, if somebody signs up with me, I'm committed to you, and that's the way that it should be. If you talk to a trainer who can't double back guarantee everything as results, I believe that guy just doesn't have the delivery that he says he does. Because to me, you sign up with me, I'm checking in with you, I'm reaching out to you, I am like a hawk. And the only way you don't get the results is if you just genuinely are just trying not to get them. Because if I give you the path, and I talk to you, and I give you just a simple path, a few things to do every day, and I keep it simple, and I try to just build habits for you. Once I build a habit for you, that's why I can guarantee results. It's because I'll build the habit for you. I'll work with you until you get the result, because my goal is to build a habit. Because if you build the habit, it's inevitable you get the result. Even if it's not within the 6 months, which it will be. But let's say it's longer than 6 months. If you build the habit, you won. And that's why my program is so focused on habits and helping people build great habits when it comes to fitness, and getting rid of the noise. Getting rid of the noise when it comes to fitness, all these diets and programs, and you have to do it. Bro, you can have the best program in the world, but if you don't do it, who cares? It's about building something you can do. The perfect program is not the program you want, because the perfect program is unsustainable and you're not going to stick to it. All the diets work. All the programs work. All the trainers work. All the coaches work. But you know what doesn't work? You. If you don't do the work. It all works, but if you don't work, it doesn't work. So it all can work. It's all tools you can have in your tool belt, but the only tool that you need is the tool in your mind to say that you're going to stick to it and not stop when it gets hard, and not convince yourself that it's not working and try to change boats, change ships, and get discouraged and quit and go back to your old habits. And that's why a coach works, is because most stuff works for 6 to 8 weeks. You're like, wow, great program. And then you realize you have to do it every day forever, and you have to keep the results, and you fall off. That's where a coach works, is once you can't do it on your own anymore, once the novelty of the fitness program wears off and you try to switch boats 1,000 times, the coach keeps you on the simple path. On the simple path you know you should have started in the first place. And that's why they work. So if you're interested in getting one-on-one help, I do 24 to 48 pounds. If you're trying to lose 20 to 50 pounds and you want to do it, you don't want to give up your lifestyle, you want to have the food you love, you want to be able to do it in a simple, easy way that you can make and maintain for the rest of your life, and you want to guarantee to get results. If you don't get the results, I'll give you double your money back, and I promise that I'll work with you until you reach your goal. So if you want guaranteed results, you want a guaranteed method, you sign up, you're guaranteed to get 20 to 50 pounds within the 6 months. That's what you want, and you want to do it without having to do any major lifestyle shifts. You want to do it in a simple, easy way, with something that is not crazy, not complicated, and you want to actually make fitness a lifestyle and a habit you can maintain every single day for the rest of your life, well, then go ahead and click the link below and check out what I do. Look at some of the testimonials. If you don't believe me, check them out and you see for yourself what other people have to say. Don't take it from me, because I'm of course on board with my shit. Take it from the people I work with and just hear it from them, because their words are going to be more powerful than mine, because I do this shit every day. Of course I believe in it. Take it from somebody else who was not in my position, who is not me, who signed up a little bit, nervous. Take the leap, and now they're just as in belief as me in terms of what my program does. So you can go ahead and watch some of those videos, ceoshred.com, it's below. And appreciate you watching the video, and I hope this was valuable. I hope this is valuable for you, and if you're serious, I cannot wait to talk to you. I'm super excited. Go ahead and book a call below. I'll see you soon. I'll talk to you soon, and I'm rooting for you. Let's go.